Chapter 310, Give It Up, just dropped. I'm not even gonna waste any time, we're just gonna get straight into it. We open up with Nagi and IGAGURI taking a walk, and oh my god, look at this height difference. This shit is killing me.
I looked up your school and went there, but you weren't around. They acted like I was some kind of creeper. I asked your classmates and they said you might be at that arcade. I've been looking for you. Hell, 3 treasures.
And you know, IGAGURI might have been fitted up, and that might have fooled me for like a couple seconds, but the second he opened his mouth like this, I remember what kind of man you are. You are not fooling me. This IG hat, as hard as this shit is, it's not fooling me. Where the fuck did you even get this? Is this like bootleg Instagram merch? Like, I know that's not named after you. And Nagi's just kind of surprised. Oh, so you're a creeper now, IGAGURI.
No, I said I'm not. I came here to see you.
So, what do you want, stalker-san?
Nagi, what are you gonna do about soccer?
Huh? Well, I haven't decided.
Yeah, I figured that was the case.
What? Have you figured it out?
No, I haven't. That's why I feel so messed up and came here to tell you. Keep playing soccer.
So you think the same as Asagi?
Nah, it's just my selfish ego as someone who dropped out with you.
And real quick, I want to mention that IGAGURI is like writing this shit. This does go kind of hard. I kind of miss these. I remember I had these at my elementary school playground. Man, I must have been like, what, 10, 8, 9 years old? I loved writing these things.
The moment your offer posted and you knew you'd lost, what did you feel, Nagi?
I guess I wasn't that surprised.
Gotcha. I was frustrated, but happy.
Huh?
I mean, I went off to Blue Lock to become a pro soccer player. So no matter what the amount was, if I got a salary offer, I wouldn't have to take over the temple. That dream came true. To use Ego's words, I was satisfied with that.
And wait a minute, you're telling me Ego with his McDonald's ass salary is still gonna be able to use that to not have to take over the temple? Like I said a million times in the past, I know nothing about soccer, but is IGAGURI like able to increase his salary just by playing with this club? If that's the case, then yeah, sure, I kind of get him feeling like he doesn't have to take over the temple at all. But as far as I remember, his salary was like absolute dog shit, and that will not last him for the rest of his life. So surely he has to be in a position where his salary can increase over time. Is that right, or am I tripping? IGAGURI looks back to Nagi.
What about you? Were you satisfied?
Satisfied. Sometimes there are things you need to give up on, even if you're not.
No way, man. There are no limits on dreams. All that a dream has is the size of its scale. My dream of going pro was big enough for me to wager my life, but not big enough to become the world's best. So I left Blue Lock satisfied. But you're different. You're not satisfied at all, are you? Quit smoldering, Prodigy. There are no forbidden dreams in this world.
And Nagi looks shocked.
There. I came here to say that.
Hey, IGAGURI, the truth is... And Nagi was on a whole spiel telling him the truth that we don't get to see. We just get the little light pole, which, you know, it's kind of a... It's a pretty light pole. I don't mind it.
Huh? President Baratsuta offered you an alternate route to the U20 team?
Yeah, I don't get it.
What the hell, old man? You didn't come to see me? Damn it, 3 treasures.
So you're telling me that IGAGURI's not part of the Baratsuta 3? That this was the biggest bait cliffhanger ever? You know what, Kinesher? I respect the fuck out of it. So, I declined.
Huh? Why?
It's not like I want to ruin Blue Lock. I just can't betray them.
Nagi, is that the only reason?
Huh? Yeah, that's all.
Huh? What are you talking about? You're already the world's biggest Blue Lock trader.
Huh?
Think about it. At the last minute, you made that pass and lost. What you did was the opposite of the ideal of the world's best striker. And now you say you can't betray them? You're out of your mind, you dumbass. The more we talk, the more pissed off I get.
So then, what would you think if I obeyed Baratsuta and went back to Blue Lock?
It'd be lame.
And what would Ryo and Asagi think?
That it was super lame. They'd be like, you show your sorry ass here again?
Yeah.
But if you're gonna quit your dream based on what others think, then just give it up. It won't come true anyway.
What? Are you picking a fight?
Yeah, bring it on. My parents were against my dream, so when I went to Blue Lock, I left the house with this resolve. If I lose, I'll work in the temple forever. Or I'll become a soccer pro. I wagered my dream against the risk. People can only give their all when their hope is balanced against despair. Chasing my dream let me fight in the flow state. But what about you? You can even say what you want to win for yourself. You're stuck because you never thought about what would happen if you failed.
And IGAGURI, he's throwing his hands around, his hat is on the floor.
And why was it you, and not me? If I had your talent, I'd still try to be the world's best, even if it was painful and lame.
And he's grabbing Nagi, he's getting aggressive as hell. But then he kind of realizes that maybe he's taking it too far.
Damn, sorry. I'm just talking nonsense. It's your life after all. Sorry for butting in.
IGAGURI, thanks for coming to see me. You would make a good monk.
Huh? What? Wait, but I'm gonna be a soccer pro. I'm not gonna be a monk. Where are you going? What a pain, man. Hey, we're not done talking.
No, I'm good now.
Huh?
Seeing you got me fired up. And we see Nagi with the aura hoodie on. He looks kind of clean here. I'm not gonna hold you. He's losing some of that loser energy that he's had for like the past 10 chapters. I'm kind of fucking with it. And probably the most surprising part of the chapter that has the fandom most divided: 2 days until the U20 World Cup. That's chapter 310, Give It Up. And oh my god, there's so much I want to talk about. For one, IGAGURI was cooking. Oh my, like he was saying some good ass shit. I'm sorry for all the IGAGURI disrespect that I've ever had before. Actually, no, I'm not. What the fuck am I saying? But he is definitely clutched up in this chapter, giving Nagi that talk that he needs to hear. And probably the thing I'm most impressed about is how IGAGURI has said that Nagi is already Blue Lock's biggest traitor, and that it's stupid to keep this mindset that he can't betray Blue Lock and give up his dream simply because he doesn't want others to feel a type of way about it. That is genuinely such good advice. And it reminds me of this comment that I got from this amazing person here, which they clocked like 2 chapters ago, that Nagi refusing Baratsuta's offer is a bit too sentimental and goes against Blue Lock's philosophy. I kind of argued with them and said, you know, I'm not sure I entirely agree with that, and we had some really constructive conversation about it these past 2 chapters in the comments. Like, you guys can go see these conversations if you want. They're public knowledge, so anyone can see them. After this chapter with what IGAGURI has said, I'm kind of inclined to join their side here and admit that they were right, and the fact that perhaps it is the right decision for Nagi to join Baratsuta's 3. Not that I thought it was the wrong decision, I just didn't really think there was a right or wrong decision to begin with. But now it kind of seems like the narrative is pushing that Nagi should accept the offer. But just because IGAGURI is saying it, I'm not going to take it as fact that this is the right thing to do. Part of me still does believe that just Nagi thinking about it in general is the most important part and is what matters the most. But now I can't really blame anyone for thinking that him joining the Baratsuta 3 is the correct option, especially because it seems like that's exactly what's going to happen. Obviously, we don't know for sure. We have 2 days until the U20 World Cup, which is what I want to talk about next, because people are pissed, bro, at least on Twitter, which I know, you know, Twitter's not really full of real people, but people on Twitter are pissed that we skipped the training arc. They wanted to see more of the training. They wanted to see extra content, which, you know, I don't really blame them, because maybe I would have preferred a little training arc as well, but I haven't seen what the U20 World Cup arc has in store for us. I don't know what the pacing is gonna be like, so I can't really say for sure whether this is for the best or not. I have full faith in Kaneshiro. I don't really mind where the story is right now. A lot of people didn't like these past 10 or so chapters. I did. I thought that a lot of them were really good, and that's essentially what we're left with. Considering that this chapter really only focused on IGAGURI and Nagi, there really isn't much else to talk about. I can just reiterate how I'm hyped for the World Cup, but everyone and their mother is. And I think that's all I have for today's video. Remember, if you like it, to like, comment, subscribe, because the majority of you aren't, and I would really love if you stuck with me on this journey. But yeah, that's all I have for now. I'll see you next time. Peace.